This is the second video in the focus catching series. We're going to focus this video on actually having the ball move. In the first one, we just talked about the concept, finding basically the tip of the ball and focusing on that rather than letting the eye dance around like it wants to and just kind of seeing this nebulous form. So when we put the ball in motion, we're going to start real slow and we're going to try to really zoom in on the tip of the ball. I'm going to actually find there's just these little texture details inside the tip of the ball. I'm finding this tiny little black spot, and I'm just going to start right here, and I'm going to do like a negative. When you were young, you probably learned how to do a pull-up where somebody put you up on the bar and then you couldn't do a full pull-up, but you could hang here for a while and then you could fight it down. We're going to do the same thing with our eye muscles. I'm catching that little tiny detail and then I'm slowly pulling it away. If I lose it or if I sense my eyes are starting to dance around or lose focus, then I just start over again. And I'm going to go a little bit farther and a little bit faster every time. And it's just like a normal, any workout you do in the weight room. You got sets and reps. Give the eye muscles a break. Don't be surprised after you do this drill for a while if you've got a little odd soreness literally in the back of your eyes, because those muscles are getting a workout, having to tense and twist in ways that they're not accustomed to. So after you get, maybe half a dozen or a dozen reps of this, now you go actually throwing the ball up to yourself. And I'm going to do this in a very specific way. I'm going to throw it up and I'm going to make sure I got a decent spiral so that I can actually focus on the tip the whole time. And I'm going to make myself track it all the way up and all the way down. That's not natural for us to do. And the more you can track, I should say, the longer you can track the hole in the ball there, the more accurate your hand placement is going to be when the ball comes in. Now, a word about hand placement when you do this, you've got the cliche noose, and the guy that I actually learned this series from, he taught me like this, okay? And the reason was, this allows you to go attack the ball farther away from your body rather than turning the hands, and now I gotta, do I cushion or do I snatch it? You watch the guys in the NFL, the best guys who just don't drop the ball, they're catching with all different hand placements, okay? No one catches the same. And the reason is, the thing that sets the good catching apart from guys who are liable to drop it is not how their hands are placed as much as it is how well they track the ball with their eyes, okay? So as I get comfortable with this drill, I'm going to start throwing it up higher. That way I have to track it longer, and it's also going to start falling faster, and that'll add some difficulty level. The other thing I want to emphasize here, you'll see me, I'm actually snatching it out of the air as far away from my body as I can. That's very important for this drill, because if I can be comfortable getting it way out here at the end of my range of motion, now if it's a weird throw or a duck or I'm just in a weird body position on the field, I've got all the way from here to my body to, that's kind of my comfort zone now. I've got a new range that I'm comfortable with catching, whereas if I'm constantly catching with short arms, I'm not going to be comfortable when I'm having to race a defender, or in my case, race a wide receiver to the ball, okay? So again, really throwing it high, going up there and snatching it. And this is a drill that you can do without a partner. And there were times when I'd be getting ready for a season. If I didn't have a partner, this was the best way I knew to get a bunch of extra reps, and my eye muscles and my brain would get fired up and they'd be ready to focus on the ball when the first time came that I'd have somebody to throw to me. I'd have had several thousand catches, and my teammates, who knows how many they'd gotten. So real simple drill, getting out there and snatching the hole in the ball.